Hello, everyone. I'm Dylan from Classic Scotch Gaming, reporting on E3 from my living room in New York. I unfortunately couldn't make it out this year, so I have to do all of my reporting secondhand from everything I see online, on social media, and all of that. But let's kick it off and talk about what we've seen. Last night, Saturday, was EA's conference, and took some notes here on everything that I saw. There were a handful of pretty decent announcements last night. They announced Battlefield 5 and a new Star Wars game set during that Clone Wars period, I believe they said. It was called Jedi Fallen Order. And they announced that there wouldn't be any loot boxes, which is amazing because loot boxes are pretty much the bane of gaming existence and the worst DLC idea you could come up with. They did say that there would be DLC, there would be cosmetics, but you would get precisely what you bought. There would be no question involved in what you were getting, which, if you're going to do cosmetic DLC, for goodness sake, let me know what the hell I'm getting. There were some announcements made for the annual sports games. FIFA has a bunch of new modes. Madden, you can now play on PC for the first time in, I think, about a decade. And there was probably an announcement for NBA 2K18. I stopped listening. I don't really care about sports games. I'm a sports fan. I watch them, but I'm not interested in sports games. If you want me to talk more about them in probably a slightly condescending tone, I will. I'm down for that. Let me know. There were a couple other smaller games revealed. Unraveled 2, a multiplayer version of Unraveled, that side-scrolling platformer with that yarn-based, well, Yarny. I didn't even think there was a market for that, but sure. Let's see, a new Command & Conquer game. Sure, people love that classic real-time strategy. The biggest announcement for me was from BioWare's new game, Anthem. Anthem was BioWare's big open-world thing where you fly around in, they call them javelins, but they're Iron Man suits. They're Iron Man suits. So they described it as a single-player, multiplayer thing. You can play it multiplayer. It's not an MMO, but you can play up to 4-person multiplayer. It's completely optional, but there's supposed to be a single-player story that is completely separate from the multiplayer thing. I'm really not sure how that's going to work, but sure. They're Iron Man suits, so you can fly around in jetpacks. You can walk on the ground like a normal person. You can fly around in a jetpack like everyone wants to, and you can also take the things underwater for more exploration. So presumably the world's going to be massive. They were describing how the world is going to be constantly changing, and they want to continuously add new stuff and new events, and it all ties into the story where this world was unfinished by the gods, or something along those lines. That's either going to be really good or really bad. They're either going to increase the content and constantly add new stuff to keep it fresh, or it's going to be an excuse to have a buggy release and, oh, we can just constantly patch stuff out, or it's just going to be torturedly crowbarred in and it's going to be an MMO. But BioWare, if you want to make an MMO, just make an MMO. I don't know. It'll turn a lot of people who want single-player campaigns off, but BioWare also announced that they're not going to have romances in Anthem, and BioWare romances is their whole deal. You go into every BioWare game, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, thinking, okay, who am I going to sleep with? Who am I going to sleep with? And if you're not going to do that, it's going to, I don't know, is it going to be a BioWare game? It's going to be exceptionally different. But hey, different can be good. There were loads more announcements on the EA side of things, but I can only cover so much. I gotta do this quick, I gotta run, and then I gotta cover the announcements later on tonight. One announcement that was made early before the Square Enix conference, Kingdom Hearts 3 has a release date, January 29, 2019. Kingdom Hearts 3, bloody hell, finally. Fantastic. So, with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out early next year, Anthem coming out in the end of February next year, two biggest releases that I've heard so far at E3. Come back on Classic Scotch Gaming for more releases. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon.